Good morning from a sunny Moffat. So last night's sleep was really good. We got a bit of condensation on the inside of the tent, but like whatever, that would dry out because it got down to about -1. I would say there was a frost here this morning when we first woke up. It's still cold now, but yeah, I've just got my jacket on, my gloves on, having a brew. I'm gonna wait for the sun to come up and then dry the tent out a bit, pack it away, and then get on for the, I think 10 miles today, something like that. This little badger here, it's the OEX one. Very clever bit of kit. Well, obviously it's a clever bit of kit. It's a small bit of kit. This gas canister as well actually fits inside there, and everything all packs away into this bag, including my spork, which is a Temu special. And for this morning's delight, we have some coffee bags. I don't tend to have breakfast in the morning. I don't know why, even if I've done like loads of fizz the night before, I just don't tend to. So coffee, 2 paracetamol, and then that's it. Good to go. I've got snacks for on the way today. We are going to stop for lunch somewhere, as in like cook something up, probably around 12 or 1, and then final maybe 5 hours slog then to campsite. But the views around here from where Martin is at the top of the mountain, at the top of the fucking mountain, top of the hill at the moment, and the views are stunning all around Moffat, absolutely stunning. So if you do get the opportunity to come up here, I'm going to link this route that we're doing and where we stayed each night down in the description below. It's going to be OS maps. Anyway, I need to get to me brew, because to me that is done. Let's have a taste of this coffee. I would say where Martin is walking at the moment is right where I've done my morning business. I hope he doesn't assume that because the spot I used was a good spot, but you can't see my spot from here, that he hasn't just gone and used my spot. Imagine digging that up. Oh, I wonder if he has. Oh, shat in your shit. Stepped in your shit. It's not bad coffee here, actually. Do you like my little mug? Daddy. Who's the daddy? So just for a reference, in case you wanted to come and do something similar to us, here you have the town of Moffat. And all we did was come out of the town, then start walking up, round here, and that is exactly where we are at the moment. And all we've got to do today is head back round the other side, the forest, and all through the forest, all through the forest, all through the forest. And then that little mark there, that's camp point number 2, but I actually think we're going to go off around here somewhere. Really great colour. It's oversized, so you can just stuff it in. It's got these straps, so you can make it super small. So we're going to go from this down to that. Done. So this is the start of day 2. We've just had to come down there, and we're heading through Craig's Crag, if that's how you pronounce it, which will give us a bit of shade because the sun is freaking belting down on us. That's why I'm fully wrapped up. Got some kids factor 50 sunscreen on as well for my neck and all over my face. But yeah, we're literally heading straight through here, and then it's a forest walk. So once we go through there, remember the GPX and the route and everything is going to be all down below. It's going to be on OS maps. Be able to see it on Strava as well. So let's go and see Craig's Crag. Very cool. Oh God, yeah. Strange what we're seeing here. There's loads, and there was loads all the way up there as well. So if anyone can explain, like it's like they've all fell over. Like probably ages ago, but there's probably been about 20. See some more down there as well, and they're huge. So if you know what it is, let me know down in the comments below so I can tell Marty as well, or why it's happened, or how it's happened, or yeah, I just don't get it. Answers on a postcard, please. Send to PO Box 1234. Is it because the ground is that boggy? I don't know. Yeah, that's what Martin reckons. I'm going for that as well, but let me know, because I generally have no idea. But again, look at how gorgeous today is. The sun gods are here. So we're about 6 kilometers in, 6 to go until we get round. We should see in a couple of kilometers Devil's. It's hot. Yeah, it is red as. Thank God for emergency straw, that is for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna have to fill mine up, but we can do that. Are we going to stop for somewhere to eat?
Hang on.
Like Macca's? There's nobody around. There's nobody around. So yeah, I'll show you what it's like when we get to Devil's Beef Tub, and then it should be a couple of kilometres on from there, which is where we're going to look out for a campsite. Basically just somewhere fucking flat, I think. And Martin's going to try and burn down his tent. And modify, not burn, modify his tent. So we're only a few miles from camp now, and Moffat is still treating us. What? I was just saying, Moffat's still treating us well with the sun and the unlimited water supply using the emergency straw, which is a no-brainer for every trip now. Absolutely. And the water tastes decent when it comes out of it as well, so it says for cooking and drinking. But yeah, a couple of miles to go, and then hopefully our plan is to find a little river and set up camp there and have a leisurely afternoon. Yeah, we've just come down there. Yeah, because we went zzz.
Yeah.
Should have went zzz.
Luckily your little thing went bloop, bloop.
Yeah. Camping spot, night 2. Little stream down there. Nice bit. Martin's asleep. A little bit of flat ground.
Not that flat.
Is it not that flat? It'll do. Bit of shade over there if we want, and for number 2s. So looks like a good place. So right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the setup for night 2. We are just west-ish of the Devil's Beef Tub, which we're going to see tomorrow. We're actually walking around it. Here is a Wild Country Helm Compact 1, all out and ready. I did actually put it on the inside clips this time instead of the outside clips, and I think it makes it a bit more taut. The ground is a bit shitty, so I'm glad I've got the ground sheet, but Martin's area is a bit too boggy, so he's found another place over there, and I'll go and visit his house later as well. But we've got a stream running down where I've got my wine cooling and my Yorkie bar trying to go back to a solid instead of a liquid. So I'm not going to bore you with anything else. We've done about 13, 14 kilometres today. Really, really good fun. Some areas were hard, but mostly it was okay. Obviously we're carrying probably more than we should. The emergency straw is coming in absolutely amazing. We've got it on a tree over there at the moment. We've got all our bottles filled and ready to fill up whenever we need. So, and obviously with the stream close by, unlimited supply of water. So it really is a game changer, and like it's an absolute necessity. So that's it. I'm just gonna chill out for a bit, have a little protein bar, and maybe read my Kindle, because like going out on a hike, like it's all great, but also getting to camp and just chilling out and taking in this beautiful scenery, that's also what it's about. So this is either genius or absolutely bloody stupid of me, but listen to me. Got a bottle of wine. and it's right there with the river or the stream cooling it down, and my Yorkie bar, which is a liquid at the moment. So I'm hoping it doesn't go way all downstream, because then I'll be left with no wine and no Yorkie bar. So, time to chill. I'll see you this evening. Camping night 2. Again, Moffat has been incredible for us over today. We thought actually coming up through the woods we were going to be covered in shade, but actually there was no shade at all. You'll see on the map down below if you decide to click on it. There's no real shade, but still, again, this is unheard of for Moffat, the weather. What I will say though, you know, as soon as the sun goes down, like the temperature just absolute plummets. In the morning, like this morning, it was a frost, and it was incredibly cold, but it wakes you up. It's good. Just get out and do some freaking star jumps. So all I've got to do now tonight is just sort out my area there, because I know it's going to be -3 in the morning, and I don't want anything out that's going to get like cold, damp or wet. And really just head on in. I might have another glass of wine, read a bit of my Kindle, probably going to put my thermals on tonight as well, but I can't do it now because it still is really warm. It's really nice. Have a guess how many wees I'm going to have in the night, because I've got a little stream running by there and I can hear the water all night. I reckon 3 or 4, and it's the worst feeling. I fucking hate it. Martin said, he goes, well, just leave your boots like just outside your door, put your knees in them and have a piss on the grass right in front. And do you know what, I might just do that. But what we are finding is that knowing that you can camp anywhere kind of, I don't know, puts you more at ease, to be honest, because, you know, if you're in England and that and you decide to do some wild camping, you've always got that thought of being moved on. Whereas here, you've not got that. You know, respect the environment, make sure that you, again, leave no trace. Whenever you do wild camping in England or Scotland, again, leave no trace at all. Which we're not. We're being incredibly respectful of the environment as well. So it's just put you at peace a little bit that you're not going to get moved on. Now tomorrow, this is going to be good. So we've got about maybe 10 miles to do. We're going to go up around Devil's Beef Tub. So we're going to get some amazing footage tomorrow. Then we're going to it's probably going to be a 10-miler tomorrow, and we're going to get roughly about maybe half a mile to a mile, probably more a mile away from Moffat. Then in the evening we're going to head into Moffat and have a few beers and have some fish and chips, because I did read this blog post of this guy that went around here with his dog and that, and he was like, you've got to try the chippy. The problem is there's about 3 chippies in Moffat, so we hopefully, because everything is on our side with the weather, with the where we're staying, everything, we hope we find that chippy. So I'm going to reach out to this guy afterwards and just say, what chippy was it? And we'll see if we chose the right chippy. That is the plan tomorrow night. Then Sunday morning, obviously head back camp. Sunday morning, we're just going to get up, pack up camp, head to the car, go down, treble whopper meal, get those calories back in us, and then head back home, which is about a 4-hour drive. And if everything still goes the way that it's been going, then it's going to be one of the best 3 days we've had camping to date, easily. Like, honestly, if you're worried about trying this, don't be. Just come up, go out, enjoy what Scotland, and I know we're very much only just over the border into Scotland, in the very south of Scotland, but I'm pretty impressed so far. Martin and I have been on about doing Scotland for quite some time, and now we've achieved it. It's good, it's accomplishment. It's quite hard, you know, carrying the weight and everything, but it's good. So I'm going to sort my shit out, pack up my tent, ready for a night's sleep, as in pack up the vestibule areas. I will say that the Helm Compact One has been really, really good. It is snug in there. I'm 6'1", you know, it is snug. You know, I've got quite a wide sleeping mat as well. I've got a small little pillow, you know, so it is very much only a one person. It's not 1.5, it's nowhere near it. It's impossible to be a 2. But I got it because it was lightweight. How cold do you think it's going to be in the morning? I will let you know. I will fricking show you. Keep watching till the morning when I'm going to be freezing my tits off. I'm going to have one more wine, a little read of a Kindle, then I'm probably going to get my thermals on. So I'll see you tomorrow.